Another day, another review. What the hell happened to my chair? Alright, you little bastard. You got some explaining to do. Where's my chair?
Chair! Chops! Drink! Corner! Truck!
You lost it gambling?
Yes!
Are you fucking serious? I have had that chair ever since I started this show. And now I don't have it anymore? Let that be a lesson to you. I guess this means from now on I have to do all my reviews on this ratty-ass couch, huh? Say, not bad. Hey dudes, Hardcore Kid here. Hardcore enough to review kid stuff. And today, I'm continuing my European tour with a rather obscure animated movie from Denmark entitled Jungledyret Hugo. Funny story, I had never heard about this movie until I watched Sly Fox TNT's now defunct Idiots of YouTube series, where he showed me a small red fox dancing to Snoop Dogg. Yeah, that's adorable, but can you please stop it? Stop it! Thank you. I've heard just about enough of Snoop Dogg. Or, I'm sorry, Snoop Lion. Now, when the deadline of this review was approaching, I was originally going to riff on the English version by Miramax, renamed Go Hugo Go, but I decided against it. Not because I wasn't able to find a copy of it, I actually found it as a part of a 10 kids movie pack at ShopRite the other day. Unfortunately, this godforsaken DVD pack is so broken that not only has the image quality been downgraded, but the English dubbing is some of the worst voice acting I've ever heard in my life.
I wish we had skateboards in the jungle!
Well, maybe you should take one there!
Then again, would you trust a movie set that lists Neverending Story 3 as one of their options? I don't think so. Thankfully, YouTube was able to supply me with the subtitled version. This will be the primary version for the whole review, although I will show some clips of the English dub as a comparison. So with that, let's get started with this review. This is Jungledyret Hugo. Cue the theme music! We start off in the jungles of Havana, Africa, where we're introduced to our protagonist, Jungledyret Hugo, or Hugo the Jungle Animal. He's a rare type of mammal referred to as the Hugus primiticus. Me? I like to call him the short-haired stuffed koala monkey bear. What? I said I like. I didn't say I'd prefer it. Now, let's get technical. First off, the animation. And all I have to say is, wow. What a huge breath of fresh air after watching The Magic Voyage and Arthur and the Invisibles. Everything looks so colorful and detailed, and it bears resemblance to Don Bluth's style in a way. For being Denmark's first digitally animated film, it looks pretty good. Only nitpick I have is that sometimes some of the footage is recycled, the characters aren't entirely synced with the background, and it almost looks like they're floating in the air in front of a water painting. Oh my god, all these plants, and the oceans, and the sunlight. It burns! Now the music. Well, aside from a very juvenile jungle-style soundtrack, we've also got quite a few original songs. That's right, this is a musical. Here's the first song, sung by Hugo and his monkey friends Zig and Zag.
Vulle, vulle, vap, vap, gille, gille, klap, klap, kysse, kysse, kras, kras, vulle, vulle, vap. Jungledyret Hugo og ærerne sikker sat, vulle, vulle, vap, vap. Oh yeah! Flyver ligesom sværme og griber fat med hænderne, vulle, 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 vap. Er de varse, de allermest vakse, de varseste er junglens dyr, oh yeah!
If you homies are so fresh, why the fuck are you kissing each other?
That is so decay.
Oh, I do have to say, this song is pretty catchy, and it gives Hugo a bit of a personality, that being the cheeky, practical joker. And then there's the English dub.
Woola woola tap tap, tickle tickle snap snap, kissy kissy clap clap, what a happy day! 3 happy friends were Hugo and Zig and Zag, playing all day in the sun. Oh yeah! Feel a nice breeze, swinging through the trees, hanging out until the day's done.
Holy shit, I'm an American, and I'm offended. Now we're introduced to our villains. There's Conrad Cutman, a bankrupt film studio owner, and his wife Isabella, who, oh my lord, woman, of all things sacred, eat a cheeseburger and put some meat on those bones. Anyway, these two are out on a Havana affair in search of a rare animal to bring back with them. But so far they haven't had much luck.
Et par fortøjede papegøjer. Et ulækkert krybdyr. Og nysgerrig og ubrugelig skældbær.
Derp!
Tror du, at det er noget at vise frem for vennerne? Petrolien har sine ædle grønlandske jagtfald. Marianne Burduk har sin hvide elefant. Og Michael Snackson har sin yndige sølvpuma.
Michael Snackson, the original king of corn pops.
Jeg vil have et super sjældent kæledyr. Har jeg jo sagt, ikke?
Of course you did. You just had to let the audience know as well. I mean, what did you think she was going to do with those animals? Shave them, slice them open, and eat their guts? Hey, at least have her eat something or else her spinal column is going to snap like a popsicle stick. We're then introduced to an also incredibly skinny and extremely whacked-out Indian dude, Chief Istantadal. He's an expert on finding rare animals, which he, likes to contort his body into. Ooh! Can he turn himself into a chimera? Whoa. He actually can. Back in the jungle, Hugo suddenly finds himself confronted by Kaa from the Jungle Book. Watch how he totally pones his scaly ass.
Ellers tænkte jeg i dig. Det er da godt, din fladpande, men så har du også været død på stedet. Jeg er nemlig dødelig gift, ja, du ved det. Først ville du få sindssygt ondt i maven, så ville øjnene rulle rundt i hovedet på dig. Stendød. For evigt. Skal jeg måske tisse på dig med mit dødeligt giftige tis?
Toilets everywhere, beware! This sucker can clean you out faster than Jangro. But here's a little flaw that Hugo has. He gets butthurt easily. Like when Zag ends up clocking him in the nose.
Jeg er dødtræt af jer to. Nu tager jeg ned til floden og svømmer. Og I skal ikke være sikker på, at I ser mig igen.
Just one punch and suddenly he's bitter? Kinda jumping the gun there, movie. Of course, it doesn't take long for Hugo to get captured and brought back to the boat. Skeleton is jubilant. Maybe a little too much.
Til den nye film. Skønheden og kæledyret. Du er fanget af nogle onde mennesker. Og så kommer jeg og befrier dig. Og så elsker du mig højt.
Oh god, she's a zoophile! Quick, piss on her! Hugo manages to jump off the boat and tries to swim away, but ends up plunging over a waterfall to his certain death. Ah, but fear not, my little hardcore kids. Hugo is actually hardcore enough to survive a 100-foot drop into the drink. After wandering around these barren trees for a while, Hugo decides to relax inside one particular tree and feasts on bananas. But just as he's enjoying his new surroundings, he gets trapped inside a fruit bag and loaded onto a cargo ship, which is ironically the same cargo ship that Conrad and Isabella are on. I guess they're so damn broke that they can't even afford a romantic cruise. Ah, yes. What's better than the sweet smell of fresh fruit and bear vomit? So Hugo escapes from the cargo hold and into the galley, where we're introduced to the first normal human being in this film, the cook Delikai. Not only is he good at making delicious Deutsch cuisines, he can also sing.
Hugo har spænder, mens jeg laver mad. Og når Hugo har svinger, så bliver jeg glad. Hugo har trommer på pander og gryder, det lyder dejligt.
And nothing sexual happened after that. Yet. But Isabella sees Hugo in the kitchen and, oh, hell no! I don't want to see bony old person ass in my face. I would prefer to see a hot naked blonde with big boobs. But alas, we know that won't ever happen in this. Hey-oh! Hey, what do you know? My wish actually came true. Thanks, Delikai, you sick perverted bastard. So the ship finally makes it to shore, and Delikai takes Hugo to the zoo.
Farvel, lille Hugo, og har det godt.
Curse the paparazzi. If Hugo does appear on TMZ, his life is sure to be ruined.
Hvad det, der plager dig?
Oh hey, look, it's Snoop Lion.
Ud! Jeg vil hjem til junglen.
Junglen? Hvad er det for noget pjat?
Jamen, jeg troede ellers, du selv kom fra junglen.
Overhovedet ikke. Både min mor og min far, og min morfar og min mormor, og min farfar og min farmor er født i zoologiske haver. Zoologisk haveløve. Det er det fineste, man kan være.
You lions are fortunate creatures. You actually have a race that evolves over several generations. Poor Hugo's race is next to extinct. Who will he have to mate with in order to keep his kind alive?
Deres magnæse. Du har en grim næse. Ham skal du tage. Han er ikke konge over nogen som helst. Han er bare blæ.
Oh, there's an intriguing creature for you, Hugo. Swag. Okay, this is getting a little bit too awkward. Moving on. Conrad and one of his goons break into the zoo and try to kidnap Hugo, but he makes a lightning-fast escape. However, the electric jungle of the city isn't as gratifying as his old home.
Gimme shark treatment. Gimme shark treatment. Gimme shark treatment. I wanna shark treatment.
Oh, come on! That's the second bird shit gag I've seen in the last 2 videos. I must be feeling lucky. So Hugo continues to explore the city until he meets a poodle named Sabina. He sneaks into her master's car and heads back to the house where he continues to wreak havoc. Oh, great. We're stuck in the Danish redneck version of Oliver Company. Does this mean I have to make more references to Billy Joel songs? Ooh, do you see all those faces? Those satin, steel, silk, leather faces? Those are the faces of the stranger. Would you love to try them on? You may be right. I may be crazy. But it just might be a Hugo tick you're looking for. I tried. Say, is it me, or is Hugo grown smaller? Either that, or this is the biggest friggin' dollhouse I've ever seen in my life. So Hugo escapes through a chimney and wanders back into the city. So that whole scene with the poodle and the house and all the crazy kids? Yeah, completely pointless. Hugo makes his way into an alley where he runs into Rita again.
Men hvordan slap du ud af buret? Der kom nogen for at fange mig. De er efter mig alle sammen. Det ved vi ikke hvorfor. Smad og sulten. Har du noget mad?
Nej, men jeg garanterer noget lækkert i denne her skraldebøtte.
Banana peels, chicken bones, dirty diapers, rotten corpses.
Stærkt, mand. Du er ret vaks, hva'?
Okay, you know what? This romance has been getting more and more awkward as the movie is going on. I am going to make myself a counter for the number of bedroom eyes these characters give. Alright? Let's see. 1, 2, 3... Most impressive. But we're not at first base yet. Unsurprisingly, Hugo dislikes junk food, so Rita offers to take him across town to a place where they can get better food. But they have to watch out since the area is occupied by wild alley cats. In order to get there fast, they come across a skateboard in an empty playground, and decide to grind a few rails and land a few combos. get what is hands down the best song in the whole movie. This song kicks ass in so many ways that Tony Hawk's American Wasteland only wishes that it was in its soundtrack. But which reminds me, you know what sucks about the English dub of the song, aside from the fact that the voice actors can't sing?
On the streets or in the park, speeding through the dark, we're two friends in the city. There's excitement in the air, we feel powerful together. Two friends in the city.
It has nothing to do with the skateboard. You sabotaging son of a bitch! How dare you! So after that crowning moment of awesome, Hugo and Rita make it to the restaurant. But it seems a bunch of alley cats have beaten them to it.
I'll have 2 number 9s, a number 9 large, a number 6 with extra dip, a number 7, 2 number 45s, 1 with cheese.
Hej venner. Der lugter ellers godt inden for kabyssen, hva'?
Den fremmede må være sømand. Kabyssen er køkkenet på et skib. Arbejdede du slet ikke ombord?
Nej, vi dyr arbejder der ikke.
Skibskatte gør. Det gjorde jeg i hvert fald, da jeg sejlede.
Hvad gjorde du så?
Jeg fangede skibsrotter selvfølgelig.
This is yet another movie where cats are being portrayed as the bad guys. That ain't right. Why couldn't they instead be dogs or mutated flesh-eating rats? Hey, it's been done before. Speaking of rats, Hugo tries to talk his way out of getting slaughtered. The excuse he makes is next to ingenious.
Jeg vil have en rot slået ihjel, så siger jeg det bare til den. Så gør den det helt af sig selv af bare skræk.
Great! Can you start by calling Timmy Brisby?
Hvordan vil du bevise det?
Det er da meget nemt. Jeg siger bare min særlige rottekommanderlyd.
I believe that is commonly referred to as the Clarence Nash call. Fortunately, Rita is able to get Hugo to safety. But thanks to Hugo's stupidity, neither of them get their food.
Vi kunne lige så godt være helt færdige begge to, bare fordi du er så kredsen og blæret.
Jamen, vi klarede jo alle sammen.
Nå, gjorde vi det? Kan du hygge dig?
You know, I have to say, out of most of the female characters I've seen in all these movies I've reviewed, Rita has to be one of the most street smart. Yeah, she disobeys her mother and wanders around the city, but she's a very independent young fox and is used to the hustle and dangers that lurk in the city. Hugo isn't. He grew up in the jungle in a completely different environment, but the dangers there are just as mortal as they are in Rita's environment. Cats are like snakes, and humans are like waterfalls. If you can overcome them, you can maintain your independence in a whole different perspective. Wow. Did I really say all of that? I think I've got a migraine.
Kender du et godt skjulested? Jeg er jo ny her i byen.
Tigger om at komme med mig hjem, ikke? Så sig det dog.
Okay,
Okay, hvad?
jeg vil godt med dig hjem.
Fint.
You take me home, we have the sexy time, we make cubs. Very nice. So Rita leads Hugo back to her den, where Hugo meets Rita's mother. She's upset with Rita since she wasn't around to take care of her siblings, but lets Hugo spend the night nonetheless. The next day, Hugo talks to Rita about his experiences in the jungle. Oh, and bedroom eyes.
Tag med mig hjem, så skal du møde mine venner.
Er der slet ikke nogen farlige dyr i junglen?
Jo. Men op i træerne kan de ikke fange os.
Men jeg kan jo ikke klatre i træer.
Nå, nej.
Så junglen er så simpelthen for farlig for mig.
Det var også ærgerligt. Jeg vil prøve at finde bananskibet, så jeg kan komme hjem.
Vi skulle hellere prøve at finde en hule til dig, og så kan vi mødes om natten og køre skateboard.
Alle efter mig her i byen. Undtagen dig.
So much demand for a little yellow teddy bear. Who'd have thought that in the course of 2 days, Hugo would become Danish's most wanted specimen since cheese? Well, Hugo decides that the only way to get out of this mess is to take the boat back to the jungle. Rita's mother agrees to take Hugo back to the key, but it won't be easy. Cutman, the police, and attack dogs all have him under their radar, and it doesn't take long for them to catch up with him.
Hov, vent på mig!
Det er for farligt. Der er for mange efter dig. Havnen ligger i den retning.
Jamen,
Slå dig, knægt.
So you're just going to abandon him right there and not get him to the harbor safely? And you wonder why she lets Rita roam around the city by herself. Hugo climbs over the buildings and ends up in a junkyard where he sees Rita again.
Nå, man er nok ude at spacere en lille måneskinstur, hva'?
Det kan være farligt. Hvor var det heldigt, I mødte os, hva'?
Nu skal vi rigtig hygge os.
Oh, hell no. The last time I saw a group of cats having a good time, they were sharing a golden shower in a bathtub. Don't show that shit here.
pas på, vi smitter!
Vi har hundegalskab. Det er frygteligt.
Pludselig griber galskaben os. Vi bliver helt vilde i øjnene og skærer tænder.
See, next to HIV and AIDS, the most deadly virus of them all is overacting. But it's out of the frying pan and into the fire when the cats are chased off by one of the attack dogs who are after our heroes. Hugo and Rita escape into a sewer and then have to make their way through a pipe to get to the harbor. Man, you have to have lungs of steel to be able to swim underwater, break through a gate, and go out the other side of the pipe in over a minute. By the way, groovy gate animation. So our heroes finally make it to the harbor, and now it's time for them to part ways.
Rita, altså, det har været... du er altid bedste ven.
God rejse, Hugo.
Score! But before Hugo can leave, the bad guys show up and try to capture him. In what has to be the shortest climax since Ralph Bakshi's Wizards, Hugo runs towards the ship, jumps into the canal, causing the goon and dog to fall in. But fortunately, he's able to climb onto the boat and get to safety. So Hugo has escaped. And as for our villains...
Fang så det lille dyr. Din formøse fingrede. Los mig, jord.
Hold så kæft, din hysteriske åndsforsnottede smatso. Jeg er færdig med dig og dit fjollede dyr. Farvel.
This causes Isabella to go full cupcakes. I know this gag hasn't been used by anybody in a while, but I still want to use it.
Rita!
Kom tilbage næste år. Så er jeg voksen. Så har jeg min egen hule. Og så kan du bo hos mig.
And pretty soon, that foxy pussy will be all yours. Way to go, playa! So the movie ends with Delikai and the skinny Indian dude finding Hugo and taking him back to the jungle. And so Hugo, Zig, and Zag finish things off by once again singing Woola Woola Wop Wop. The downside? It's the exact same scene as the beginning, shot for shot, but with Delikai added in. I guess the budget completely ran out as soon as they were finishing this thing. That just sucks.
Woola woola wop wop.
But does the movie suck? Absolutely not. Actually, it's pretty good. There are a few flaws. For an animated film made in 1993, the artwork is good, but there are times when shots are blatantly recycled, specifically in the last 5 minutes, like I mentioned. Also, the film is really short. It's only 70 minutes long, and it feels really rushed at times. Also, the villains I found to be very boring and generic. Isabella just screams out Cruella de Vil ripoff, doesn't she? Lastly, the relationship between Hugo and Rita comes across as kind of disturbing at times, almost like at any minute Rita is going to get down on her knees and start drinking Hugo's poisonous deadly pee. It's not as awkward as Arthur and Selenia's relationship in Arthur and the Minimoys, but it's a close second. Now, positively, the movie is pretty entertaining. I like the songs, the jokes are funny, and the characters are likable. I'm actually tempted to give the sequels a watch, but I'll save them for another day. So a hardcore hit for Jungledyret Hugo. Give this movie a watch, but I'm warning you, stay away from the English dub. It's fucking horrifying. Well, speaking of horror, Halloween is coming up soon. Tune in next time where I head off to Elm Street for one last nightmare. Peace out, guys.